to stop my dog scratching at the door when she needs to go to the toilet, she has, hold on, she's going over there now. There you go. She has a doggy doorbell. Now, you probably think, Myles, let her out. No, because she does it for attention. Because I'm not...
Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the 3-Star Podcast. I am your host, Myles, joined as always by...
How we doing, guys? It's Shaun. I'm here. I don't know which way I am, but I'm there. Another episode. And again, and it's a special change of plan episode because this happened literally within the last few days. We've got the boy, Chris Myles here. How you doing, Chris?
I'm good, buddy. I'm good. How are we doing? We're doing good, lads?
All good. I've had to, boys, I'm sorry. I've had to kind of reel you in, Chris. You were only on the 2 episodes ago. You joined us and told us everything about CES, which was really great. The reason that I asked you literally today, if you could bless us with your presence, is because something that I've been waiting for a long time for Myles happened last week. And including the same thing happened to producer Johnny, who I know is listening in. And this is all I've heard about for ages. I know you have as well. But Myles, do you want to tell us about how the universe rewarded you for everything that you've done this year so far and what happened last week?
It started March the 20th, 1993, the day that I was born.
Here we go.
Listen, there's only one way to say it. My PlayStation game! I'm trying my hardest to not swear, but it's here. It's in my hands. My DualSense controller, the PlayStation 5 came. All you haters there, I don't think I had any haters, actually. Everyone was actually rallying. Everyone was rallying behind me.
Wait,
I had...
Calm. There's no haters, Myles.
For the past 3 months, past 93 days, 2,232 hours... I have been battling bots, scalpers, other people that want to buy a PlayStation 5. I have been battling trying to work and monitor stock updates, and the graces of whoever you pray to, whoever you believe in, whoever you have faith in, they came through and they delivered.
3-Star Podcast viewers, I want to know, have you ever seen Myles so full of emotion? Never. And look at him now. Look at him, his little face. It's almost worth it.
I don't know how this is going to go behind the scenes, but this is the most excited I've been on a Samsung podcast, and it's not even Samsung. But listen, yeah, Samsung haven't made me wait 2,232 hours for anything.
That's right, because, you know, our supply chain is always on point. That's how you do the work bit, lads. That's how you do the work bit. That's money right there, right? However,
there it is. But,
listen, we're throwing away the rule book a second because we needed to celebrate this moment of joy. Boys, the floor is yours. However, I'm going to preempt the working title of this episode, as in PS5, was the wait worth it? And that's how I'm leaving it. And boys, give me the full update.
Okay, well, I'll start off then with who has to wait? I've had mine since day one, Myles. What are you saying? What have you been doing? You call yourself a fan?
Nothing can get me down. Now it's in my hands. Now, if Chris had done this last week, I would have flipped everything in this room and gone absolutely crazy. I'd have been looking at my phone like, I'm sure I've still got Chris's postcode in here somewhere. But no, just so you guys understand how desperate me and producer Johnny have been. So, not only did me and producer Johnny order ours at the exact same time, Johnny rang me and we were on the phone for an hour and a half while we were both ordering our PlayStations, to the point where Johnny rang me. I luckily had just created a game account, so I managed to skip the queue and buy my bundle, which took about 35 minutes. At this point, Johnny was still stuck in queues, was ready to give up, and it was like he was in labor. I was on the phone saying, Johnny, just breathe. You can do this. You can get through this. And then again, I was on the other side of hearing Johnny say, oh, I've clicked it. Oh, it's gone through. And it was every time we clicked something, there was like a 5-minute wait. And I was just saying, don't throw me back into the queue. don't tell me it's out of stock. And
So
you got it though, Myles.
To?
You're here. You got it. I remember getting mine.
Sorry, I was just going to ask, who are we giving the shout out to, Myles? Who come through?
I'm giving the shout out to Johnny, only because actually Johnny and Matt Barnett. So Matt, if you're watching this, I am sorry that you still haven't got yours. But Matt said to me,
"No, you're not."
The reason I am is because Matty said to me, he created an account on Game, hoping it would help. That's the only reason I was on Game creating an account. So that's the reason I managed to beat the queue. Johnny popped up just as I had created the account. Game. Brr, 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 Myles, game. I was like, Johnny, I'm on here. Luckily, already clicked a bundle. But it all depends on who Johnny got his from, because Johnny spent, let me get this right. I don't know the exact time, but Johnny spent around 464 hours in total watching a live stream that was putting out content updates. So he wasn't sat there like this with Gatorade or whatever people drink to stay awake. But in total, he accumulated, it was around like over 400 hours of watching the stream. And
right. Do you know, that reminds me of, did any of you boys ever see that South Park episode, Make Love Not Warcraft, where it's just that big guy covered in Cheetos glued to his computer screen? That's what I'm imagining Johnny was like.
I can confirm I've been on meetings with Johnny, and I know you're listening right now, that he was on meetings with me. And you know when you just see the eyes going like that? And you know, normally it's like someone's on a phone, right? He's going over to these stock levels, checking them, and then I'd finally get him back. But they both good. But Myles, okay, we're into the show. Is it worth it or not? What's your initial thoughts?
Yes. So reasons why it was worth it. One, the PlayStation, to me, it looks great. If we get rid of all the banter, the new generation consoles, I think the PlayStation looks amazing. I don't think the Xbox looks bad. It's literally just a box. It's a box design you personally can't go wrong with. It's literally like the bigger version of my. The funny thing is, it's a bigger version of my Virgin Wi-Fi router. So the new Virgin Wi-Fi router I've got is literally just a black cylinder with like a white line. Xbox the same.
Yeah.
PlayStation looks like, I don't know, a Sky Wi-Fi router, but it looks nice. The controller feels amazing in your hands. I need to put this down because I will throw that in excitement at some point. The controller feels amazing in your hands. That haptic feedback's amazing. My PlayStation turned on. So I played it Saturday. When I came back Sunday, I turned my PlayStation on from rest mode. It loaded in about 10 seconds. I clicked Spider-Man. It didn't do what my PS4 did, which would load the whole game up again. It literally, Spider-Man turned on exactly where I left it. And sometimes it's the little things. And
what have you not liked about it so far?
How long it took me to get one.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
I think, wait there, let me just check the list that we're going through on today. Yeah, you've covered that one. You've covered that point. Is there another one?
I would say the size, but it fits perfectly where I plan to put it. So
It's interesting you say that. Like, obviously, I'm privileged. I've got the PS5 and the Series X. Just dropping that. Just drop it.
Get your flex on, Chris. Get your flex on.
One, I'm going to disagree with you. I do think the Xbox looks better. The PlayStation is great. Don't get me wrong. I just think it is a little bit ugly and a little bit, I don't know, it just doesn't fit perfectly. Like the Xbox, I get what you're saying. You know, it is just a plain box, but there's something nice in that simplicity about it, which I think looks really good. But my question for you then, Myles, right? I suppose you've only just had it. You know, some of us have had it for a few months. Is it worth the wait? We're talking, you've got these amazing next-gen consoles, but really, what next-gen games, besides Spider-Man, Miles Morales, what next-gen games are ready for you to play right now?
Miles Morales. And let me tell you why Miles Morales is a next-gen
Apart from that,
game.
we already know that.
No, it's a next-gen game because where do I start? Do I start with that I can play as a black superhero, or do I start with I can play as a superhero called Myles? Huh? The superhero is called Myles. I don't know what else I need to say about next gen. The graphics. Have you ever played a 4K game on a 4K Samsung Q80 TV with the sound coming out of a Samsung Q80R soundbar? There's your product placement plugs. Oh.
But my answer to that is, yeah. I played it on my old Xbox. That ran 4K.
Yeah, but that's old. We don't care about old. We're talking about the new. We're not on about Barbara Windsor here. We're talking about who's new. I don't know who new. Billie Eilish.
True.
I should have thought this episode through.
Yes, you should have, Shaun. This is what excitement looks like. This is what happens when you make someone wait 93 days to get their hands on something. And it's more than just the wait, Shaun, because again, people have seen my stories on Instagram of getting beat by scalpers, clicking add to basket and nothing happening, adding to basket only for it to say, sorry, out of stock. Well, then why do you still show it in stock?
And can I say that's the most PG way that you've expressed your frustrations as well. So well done, man. We haven't got any bad words out there. Well done.
I mean, there's still time. There is still time. But no, to answer Chris's question, it's a tricky one. Next gen games, Cyberpunk, is it ready?
This is the one that I've heard everyone waited a long time for. You can create your avatar to be very interesting from what I've heard about it.
So in short,
it's not ready.
No. In short, Cyberpunk was meant to be the futuristic GTA. It was meant to give GTA. It was meant to be open. Right. It was meant to be the open world game to give GTA a run for its money. Because, again, I'm not into. I haven't played like World of Warcraft or any kind of games like that. But in terms of open world gaming, GTA is up there and has been up there. But I think what happened with Cyberpunk is it's a PC game that they attempted to rush to get out in time for these next-gen consoles, sorry, it's my dog's doorbell, which then ended up just glitches and not working properly, which led to Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy getting pushed back. So the Harry Potter game was meant to drop this year.
I'm going to have to... I want to talk about this, but your dog's got a doorbell.
Can we...
What?
This might be one of the outtakes of the show. I don't know yet, but can you explain that a second?
This is, Shaun, I don't know how to say this without possibly getting edited. So all I'm going to say is it wasn't my idea. I think you know what Shaun knows what I mean. It wasn't my idea.
Oh dear.
To stop my dog scratching at the door when she needs to go to the toilet, she has... Hold on, she's going over there now. There you go. She has a doggy doorbell. Now you probably think, Myles, let her out. No, because she does it for attention. Because I'm not fussing her right now. She'll just keep ringing the doorbell until I get up, and then she'll just walk away. And then she has one on the outside. She has one on the outside, so that when she's ready to come back in, she'll just brush her nose up against the doorbell and come back in. If it meant not messing up the camera, I would drop my background and show you that she's lay on the floor. She's literally lay on the floor, does not care about going to the door. This is what happens.
Okay. This will probably make the show. However.
Wow. Okay.
Chris,
yeah.
You've got the game right next to you. Okay. Cyberpunk 2079 or whatever it's called, yeah?
2077, close enough though.
Close, man.
Close enough.
You've got to get the newer version. I've got the newer version there.
Man, rocking that on my PS4 that you stole.
Your PS4. Yeah. The saga continues.
Can we just point out? Can we just quickly point out that at the minute, Shaun has Chris's PS4, and I took his Xbox.
Yeah, but
mate.
Yeah, but can I just throw out? At least Myles bought my old Xbox off me.
This is true.
Shaun just full on stole my PlayStation.
Shaun was basically like, right, Chris, we've got to do some work. I don't know how to use OBS. Let me use that PlayStation. I'll give it you back. And then Shaun texts Chris like, lockdown restrictions, can't travel.
I can't travel back to give it. The thing is, it has become a staple part of my life now. Like, you know, for the I try with COD, I try, but apart from that, it's me and your cousin Meshach Simpson are running things on Rocket League and on Red Dead Online too. But I know that's all gaming of the past. Let's not worry about it. Cyberpunk, you were going to bring us up to speed, Chris.
Do you know? Well, Myles pretty much summed it up. It is a next-gen game. I just don't think it is ready. So you talk about, was it worth the wait? I think on this case, I probably would have liked to have waited a bit longer to have something polished. But there's a ton of other stuff coming out in the pipeline, isn't there, for PlayStation and Xbox down the line.
Well, same question to you. What's the next-gen game that you're looking forward to then?
Next-gen game, I'll probably say the next one that I'm proper looking forward to would be the new Halo game on the Xbox, which I think is tipped to drop back end of this year. So, that'll probably be my next go-to. But then you've got to think there's some big games out there already, like what you said, Call of Duty Warzone. That's forever being updated. Yeah. You're getting new zombies modes or loads changing next week or whenever. So that's forever evolving. And that's one of the world's most popular games at the moment as well. So, and they do run better on PlayStation and Xbox. So kind of onto a win.
The time it would take, I don't know, but I always remember. So I had an Xbox 360 last and then went to a PS4, which is a jump. And back then, I remember first getting my PS4 and I used to say to myself, why is adding someone to a party so much longer than it feels like it was on my Xbox? I get holding down the button, waiting for it to load, waiting for your friends list to load, waiting for it was so long. Everything with the PS5, it just seems so much quicker. For people out there, it's one of these ones. What was it worth the wait? If you're is it a tech enthusiast? Is that what we call people that want the latest and greatest tech? If you're a tech enthusiast, anything like that, then it was worth the wait because you always want the latest tech. The latest tech is here. As far as I'm aware, there's been a few bugs with the PS5. I think the controllers had some bugs recently. There's been a few bugs with Xbox. But apart from that, they're running perfectly fine. If you're a casual gamer, then it's not worth the wait. If you're a casual gamer, I would probably tell you to wait maybe till next year even. Because again, if you've got a console, most of the biggest titles at the minute you can get on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
100%. Yeah.
I chose not to.
Yeah, you waited. You did wait for Myles, didn't you? So
I literally said, I'm not buying any accessories until my PlayStation arrives. And I was like, I'm not buying Spider-Man. I'm not buying Cold War. I was not buying any games for my PS4. And people were like, yeah, but you can transfer it over. Nope, not doing it. I'm waiting until my PlayStation gets here, and then I will get all my games for it.
I've got a question for you then, Myles. What do you play your PlayStation on? Like, what monitor TV?
Have you been reading my mind? I don't know where you're going with this conversation, but so at the minute, I play my PlayStation, like I said, on a Samsung Q80.
Yeah.
Q80 nice. TV. However, fingers crossed, April or March time, I will be knocking down my garage, getting a summer house cabin thing built in there. And that's where I'll start in my own podcast and gaming channel that I'm looking to launch. And for there, I'm tempted to get one of our Samsung gaming monitors.
Mate, me and you, Myles, are like cut from the same cloth here. So I've got my Q80T Samsung TV, but then just like you said, want to get into the world of game streaming, YouTube, Twitch. I purchased the G7 Odyssey monitor, the Samsung one. Playing games, playing your next-gen consoles on the Odyssey monitor, mate, it's so much better. Because it's a smaller display, you can it's weird, you can see more and react quicker, as opposed to me looking at this
massive
gigantic Q80 TV. Having this 27-inch monitor makes it so much better.
So it's a little bit better that it's smaller then?
Yeah, well, you got to think the refresh rate is, well, it can go all the way up to what, 144.
Yeah.
So consoles are set to 120. So you're going to
Yeah.
get the true 120 hertz refresh rate. But because it's smaller, you kind of get closer to it without having to like look around the big
Yeah.
TV. So you can react quicker.
I see. Yeah.
Hands
Chris.
down, one of the best purchases I've made this year.
Quick one, Chris. And just to add on, I don't know which one you've got, Chris, because I was looking at all the Odyssey ones the other day. With some of these monitors, one, you can get smart monitors, so you can still get like your YouTube, Netflix, and all that on there. And
Yep.
two, they're so much cheaper than a TV. Not comparing brand to brand, but for example, I was looking at a 32-inch Samsung TV, compared it to a 32-inch Samsung monitor, and I was like, that is. And considering all I want to do on it is game, and I can just put YouTube and Netflix on the PlayStation, so I don't even need a smart one, it seems sense. But Chris, just to ask you, have you got a standard curved display, or have you got one of the really fancy ones where your screens, I can't ask, where you just got a really long screen, like the gaming monitors?
I've got the G7 Odyssey monitor, which is the curved 27-inch. I think there's like the G9 is like that really long 49-inch. But you talk about the TVs and the difference of playing it. There are some subtle differences. Like you got to think the G7 monitors are a monitor, so they don't have speakers. So you'd have to get a soundbar or get speakers. For most gamers out there, does it matter? Because 9 times out of 10, I use a gaming headset for all my audio anyway. So there are subtle differences, and TVs still have their absolute pride and joy. You know, they've got their place in the market to play games on. But for streaming, for like game streaming, for creating gaming content, I'd definitely say the Samsung Odyssey monitors are hands down one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah, I literally was spending this weekend looking at monitors, just eyeing up what to buy and when to buy. But yeah, like Chris said, it's streaming. Me and Chris have been learning and talking so much recently because we're both looking to start streaming channels over on Twitch and YouTube, and then work with each other as well. So it's not like a competition thing. I've been looking into all sorts of things. Like they were like, make sure you've got a really good headset. And I was like, let me see why. And it's because when you're streaming your game, you need all of the game audio to come through to your headset, so that when you're recording yourself on the stream, there's no feedback from the game.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And it was like, make sure you get a good mic. It was like, you're going to want to get, I was like, I saw so many things, good camera, good mic, gaming chair. Spoke to Chris on this weekend, ordered my capture card.
Nice.
Realized because I went down the cheap option and got in a single capture card, I then had to buy a HDMI splitter, which then came the next day. So that basically, for everyone watching, want to know what this is, we can plug HDMI into our back of our console, plug that into the capture card, and then depending on what capture card you've got, it's normally got 2 outputs. So you plug one output into your TV so you can watch your game with 0 lag, and then you plug the second output into a laptop or a PC, and then again, Streamlabs, OBS, there's all these different ones that you can use, and then your game will appear there as well, which then allows you to decorate it. Behind the scenes, anyone that's watched probably most of the backstage lives, a few of them are done using OBS as well. So you can sort of have someone on screen while there's things playing in the background. It's
Everyone.
really exciting.
Every one of my backstage lives is done with OBS. There's a little bit of behind the scenes for you. Myles, I've just come up with a great idea. We need to do a live stream, me and you, playing Warzone, and we'll capture it. We'll get Shaun involved. Can we carry an absolute noob to a win? Us three on Warzone, live streaming it.
Myles,
there's an idea.
I've got a win under my belt this week, so I don't mind taking that chance.
Let me just explain something. I played with Chris, I think, last week, and he was barking at these orders, and I was literally just walking through a field I hadn't even jumped at the right place, and I was just like, "What's going on here?" Then everyone, all right, yeah.
Listen,
so it'll be.
In terms of Call of Duty, especially for Warzone, if you want tips and hints, this is to everyone at home as well. Go and follow somebody on YouTube and Twitch called The Scottish Gamer. Someone that actually works for Samsung, Richard McIntyre. I've tuned into a few of his streams now. I actually watched one of his streams, and then the very next day got a winning trios with my friends. And I was literally like, boys, follow me. I've been watching a stream. I know what to do. We got the W.
The Scottish Gamer, I'm checking that out straight after we're done here.
The Scottish Gamer is really good.
Make sure you do. And also, everyone, make sure you check out those backstage lives that Chris was on about. I'm glad, Myles and Johnny, I know you listen. I'm glad that I've never seen you so animated, Myles, in my entire life, but that he's enjoying his PS5. I don't know what to say to you to enjoy the rest of your day, whether you need to let the dog out first or whether you're going to just log back into the PS5, one of them.
I wish I could show you. She's literally laying right here on the floor. She doesn't want to go outside.
She's started the Freestyle podcast now as well. But as ever, guys, thank you for tuning in. Let us know if you've got your PS5 or your Xbox. Was it actually worth the wait? We covered this subject in quite some detail on the build-up. And now it's here. Let us know, was it actually worth the wait? As ever, join Chris and the team on Backstage Live on Mondays and Wednesdays at noon. And until next time, guys, stay safe and we'll be hearing from you. Watch how you go.
Au revoir, guys. Don't forget to follow my Club Gaming.